the push-pull is like really relevant. I know you guys went over underhooks already too, but it's the same type of thing where if you push too much, you're running the risk of getting thrown, and it's like you gotta kind of be like moving, and that pressure is where opportunities open up. So it's like space, angles, pressure, everything you do is gonna create a reaction from them. So if I want them to come into me, I'm gonna push. But if I want them to start backing up away from me, I'm gonna pull away. Which I know is it's a hard concept to get down because like we're used to wrestling at a certain level. And sometimes if you're wrestling someone that's not super experienced, you might do something and it would make sense for them to react a certain way, but maybe they don't because they don't even know that they're supposed to be reacting to a threat. But for this setup for the push-pull and the, I don't even really have a name for it, like the shovel, it's called a shovel. I need them coming into me. So when you guys are drilling this move, make sure your partners are giving you that push back, otherwise it's not going to feel right. In a real life match situation, it's that pressure back that's going to set this up. So I can't just push and then be like, okay, it's time to shovel now. It's like I need to feel that push back, and that push back is what gives me the green light to hit that shovel. So in freestyle, it's nice too because you have like the zone, like where a push out is a point. So in freestyle, if any of you guys wrestle that style, I'll use the zone to kind of make someone feel like they're in danger to push back a little bit more. But you can do it in folk style too. You can still use the zone and stuff because people don't want to just get pushed back to the stall, right? So I'm gonna get this to a 1. I'm gonna be like pushing in with an angle, and when I'm pushing, I like, even if he has head position, let's say, I like to use this forearm in their armpit. And I push in that way. Sometimes I'll even like stand them up here. And even though I'm like kind of out of my stance, it's okay. My hips are in, and there's nothing he can do there. I have his other arm's all the way over there, his head's all up here. He doesn't have any attacks here, which is why I like the tone 1. It's very, very few attacks that someone has if you have a tone 1 on them. So I'll be pushing in, or maybe I'm in my stance, but either way he's going to be pushing back, right? So he's pushing back, and usually I'll do that. This is called the key lock, by the way. So I go back and forth between the key lock and the regular 1-1. But when I have it here, I want it up high in his armpit. Or maybe I'll push with this, and I'll be pushing his hand in there a little bit. Sometimes they'll bend their elbow. But yeah, it's just not there. And I'll push it in here. I'll kind of push their wrist up into their chest. And then when they push back, that's when that gives me the green light. And now, what you don't want to do is have your leg in front of theirs, because then when you're pulling, you're kind of pulling them on top of you, like his hips are going to end up behind mine. So I want to make sure that there's a clear line for him, basically like right in front of my toes. So my toes are going to be, my feet are going to be kind of in the same plane right here, and I'm going to be setting him right in front of my toes this way. So I push in, he pushes back, and that's when I put this here. Okay. So again, with that push-pull that we were working on earlier, I'm pushing in, and whether I have the key lock or not, I'm just using my upper arm to push in. I might use that wrist to push in. Here. Okay? But either way, whether I have this or just this, it's okay. He's kind of leaning because he's pushing. Right? So once I feel that pressure and he's kind of leaning, I'll shovel it down and come here. And make sure you get them all the way down to a knee or to their hand. Like follow through with it, because if you just kind of do it here and then you're trying to cover, they're going to wrestle and square up with you. So just follow through with that shovel. I push, he's leaning. Go down. He's going to go focus up, finish. Okay, any questions? All right, super easy one. Let's go. 1, 2.